Morning. It's 1:45 in the morning, and the date is February 19th, 2023, Sunday. With name John Weaver, which would be me in Roseman, California. I could do it just a standard log report, just one, but holy shit, the day's here. Holy shit, the day's here. I finally went online. I sure saw 10 years ago the captions were still there. It doesn't seem to be anything prior to 2013 concerning about today. But there was things to do for today. Hang on one second. Shit. I did. Talk. And that's gotta be, yeah, that's gone. They're gone. Son of a fucking bitch. Son of a fucking bitch. Man, waste. I'm gonna order some more burgers. Shit. Yeah. I gotta do another DoorDash. Okay. I gotta do the finances again. Yeah, I wasted food. It pisses me off when I do that. No, I had something out all night and got spoiled. I was going to be using the burgers for my mama's, my little dog. She can't eat them. They're spoiled and covered in bug. So, yeah, they're gone, and they're still wondering how come the lights are on right now this morning. You know, I knew you probably would have expected me to say a lot of corny things right now, like, I'm not expecting myself to feel this way, and I'm this way, and I'm that way, and here it is, the 10-year anniversary. 10-year anniversary. No fanfare, no lights in the sky, no rain. It's just cold and cloudy and teeth chattering. That's what it is right now, as it is. And what they're saying, it's cold and clear, and it's going to be that way for the rest of the day. You know, it would have been Ma's Day. She always did like the rain. She always did like it. She'd listen to it. And there have been places we had to do sandbagging because the ground was getting too saturated and the water were going to be coming into our places, and we'd had to sandbag. We did that for the house in Reseda. Claire. A few days ago, I went on the Google map, and I was checking let's get this damn thing off anyway. I'm getting sore. Anyway, I checked for several year, nearly almost 15, 20 year. I mean, they had 3 or 4 year increments on the Google Maps of this one place that we used to live in. It was the same exact camera angle. I'd seen what had changed from the house I remembered into a piece of garbage that I don't even know anymore. You talk about a reality check of things that couldn't go back to if I wanted to. I was afraid and fearful, and probably still am, that I'm going to get nailed today with the emotions because of missing my mama. My mama and I were close. Well, my whole family close. And during this time, 10 years ago, we were still sleeping. I'd already fixed Mama her pomelo. Side note, pomelo prices back then compared to now, very expensive. They're like about between $5 and $6 depending on which particular store you go to. Just for one piece of fruit. One piece of fruit. Hell, if it was just $5 20 or 30 years ago, I could have gotten at least 4 or 5, maybe 6 of them at that price. Maybe less. Maybe I could have gotten more just for $5 or $6. But it's just for one piece of fruit. Grapes were a lot cheaper than that. And I hadn't had it in a hell of a long while. I had contemplated of getting one and celebrating the anniversary of this. I think Brown will probably think I'm ridiculous about it. Maybe she's right. Maybe she's right. It just never gets any easier. Special meals, special times. The only special meal I would have considered trying to get her if I was going to be spending about $4 or $5 just getting a piece of fruit. Just to memorialize her, you know. A pomelo melon. What's wrong with that? Except they're big and they're expensive. I'm on a budget. I guess the only thing I could do for her right now, or probably, is to fix a meal. And this time I'd be back in bed trying to sleep. Because I'd already caught up the melon already. And gave it to her and fed it, you know. Didn't even realize. Didn't even feel the temperature in that room. In the apartment back in Montecito. All Intense, number 39. I didn't even feel the temperature. I didn't even realize what the temperature was in there. I wasn't even paying attention to it. These days, I'm trying to keep this place so damn cold. It's not even funny. Just to keep the bugs at bay. And it still hurts like hell. It still does. Life goes on. And it's hard as hell to deal with the memories. Expecting something to happen. About 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm trying to get up. And little mamas and little boy and buddy need to go out during that time. Grabbing David. Didn't even see Mama. We didn't even recognize her doing what the hell she was doing. She was dying right there. We were taking the dogs out for a walk. She was just going to die. We're taking the dogs out for a walk. We bring them back in, and then we hear it. And then we were on the phone for 911. I'm on the phone with 911 trying to tell them what's going on, and Dave's doing the chest compressions, breathing. And then I have to get the damn place shoved around so the fire department can get in. The dogs have to be locked up in my bedroom or in the bathroom. But out of the way. Me, I'm not. I'm in the way. I'm shoved around and like shoved out of my damn apartment, and everything else is going crazy in there. 5 or 6 guys working on a lady. My brother's shoved out of there. I couldn't even be in my own damn living room or in the kitchen. And I'm trying to make fumbled recordings. A digital recorder. I already had the ambulance out there ready to go. The paramedics. Dave and I are trying to get the dogs together. We're shaking like crazy and try to get the gear bag going, but having a hell of a time trying to get ourselves going. We get into the car. We're hauling ass over towards the hospital, praying to God it's not too late. I mean, he stabilized her enough during that time. Trying to. It seemed like green lights are all around, and we were. I mean, it would slow down when we thought it was going to be red light, green light there. And then would haul ass. Got the K, went up the K. 17th, hang right. I'm surprised we didn't have the cops on our tail during that time. We found a place to park outside the ER area. I don't remember they actually had security during that time. We got in. We went over to check in. Driving ourselves crazy at this point. We were told to go back. They were just barely getting her stabilized. At that time, we had an advanced medical directive that would have given them, that would have told them just don't do a damn thing at home. And the problem is, we weren't even thinking about it at the time. We were too damn worried about Mama. We were too damn afraid of losing Mama. Maybe this was it. We had a sick feeling in our stomach during that time. This wasn't one of those regular times. This was not one of those regular times. David was over at the hospital. He had the durable power of attorney. He was the guy that they would talk to about it, but Dave and I would have to agree on things. I usually agreed with him mostly. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't even have that. I did not have that opportunity with my brother in September. There was no way I could have made any kind of decisions during that time. So maybe I kept thinking this was just a regular thing with my brother. He'd have heart palpitations, call the fire department, get him stabilized in the ambulance, get over to the hospital. He'd bitch and yell in the emergency rooms, and then either he'd stay overnight because he's too damn sick and I'd overrule his ass, or he'd finally get out of the hospital and just grab a Coke and smoke, and hear arguments from me about this one. It wasn't like this time. Barely got her stabilized. She was going to be moved up to CCU, critical care unit. She was going to be intubated. And that was on the 1st of February. All that was taking place on February 1st. Here it is, the 19th. Her body was shutting down. It was shutting down. We'd gotten a call from the hospital that we had to rush. And we did. And they wanted us to fill out the damn paperwork. We had to go. We had to go to an AA meeting, find a friend, bring him back with us. We needed the moral support. This kid hadn't seen death. He was trying to do the best he could. He hadn't seen death. This I don't recall if he actually lost anybody that he cared about. But we trusted him just to be there for us. They filled out the damn paperwork. Outside it was already cloudy. It was cold. There was going to be like a 9 o'clock meeting, and then after that it was going to be about a noontime meeting. We went to the 9 o'clock meeting. We stayed. Went back home. We thought it was it. We were going to be laying down because we were so damn emotionally exhausted at the time. After David and I signed the paperwork, actually David signed the paperwork, we went into the car. It was raining outside. Ma always did like rainy weather. And all we could do was just cry. We lost track of time. We had to get Charlie back to the meeting hall. That's when we went back home. Tried to lay down and then got the call about an hour and a half later. Oh, we were really out of it during that day. Went to a meeting and we were zombies. Shock and awe. Shock and awe. I'm so damn torn up. I couldn't talk to anybody about it. At least I don't think I did. They were trying to give me condolences left and right. It just went right over my damn head. The only brutal reality I was dealing with at that time. She's gone. And all I could do was just stare. Hard to process when you have people around you trying to give comfort and You can't even acknowledge them because you're just in a state of mental shutdown. Body's working the autonomic functions of trying to keep the rest of your the rest of your body working there. But concerning about trying to pay attention what the hell's going on around you, Dave was, I don't know where the hell he was during that time. Probably outside crying his eyeballs out or talking to people he knew. I'm inside the meeting hall just sitting in a chair, just probably shaking the damn thing to pieces. And if I was crying, I wasn't aware of it. There may have been a few people trying to give me hugs. I was oblivious. We just lost Ma. Finding an eviction with the management company of the apartments. We wanted to stay there, but we couldn't. We're getting our ass tossed out. They wanted a fucking room. They wanted a handicap unit. And during that time, we had the bug war starting up. Cockroaches. Oh, let me have fun with the damn place. I thought about that one every so often, but if we were going to be staying there, if we had stayed there, if they allowed us to stay there, I don't know how long we would have been there, to tell you the truth. But 6-7 months later after what happened, we found ourselves in another place, theoretically our own, and we're long story on that one. Lost that place. Wound up here. Wound up here. 10 years later, Dave's gone. 5 years for him, coming up in September of this year. There had been times when the triggers have gotten so damn bad that functionality was non-existent. At least for me it was. Still is. Trying to live in a place where my brother and I lived in. The memories are still here of what we've been through, what we had been through throughout my lifetime. I need to get that cushion on there. My butt's getting sore. But I still have to deal with what is right now. I still have to deal with the reality check of what is right now. The hardest damn thing is me keep trying to do the reality check instead of just staying in the what ifs and the pain and everything. I know I'm going to get nailed left and right regarding the pain. Regarding the memories of everything else regarding it. It's just... I know I should just take it easy. But I couldn't take it easy in the bed. I couldn't take it easy in the bed this morning. Because I had to get up and talk about this. Nobody forced me into this situation. This wasn't exactly one of the easiest damn things for me to do. I'm dealing with an anniversary. It's been 10 years. And for some people to think that's enough time, you got to move on. You already had enough time to grieve. Let's go. And they don't understand. You see, I hadn't really grieved. I hadn't really mourned all my life. Hell, I hadn't even mourned my own death. I didn't. I didn't even do that for myself. I was just too damn scared of living. I was too damn scared of God and everything else. I was too damn pissed off about it too. A hell of a lot of emotions for a 4-year-old to track, but then an adult like me is still trying to sort through the damn mess. And I don't know, how am I supposed to be handling an anniversary? This is not like a wedding anniversary. This is not like a birthday to celebrate. We're talking about celebrating a passing of a loved one that meant everything to me. How the hell am I supposed to be able to deal with this shit? I don't know. People are still sleeping. I'm up at frickin' 2:10 in the morning with a stomach growling my ass off, and I'm supposed to be able to deal with this shit. Just how the hell am I supposed to be able to deal with this shit? Am I supposed to be waking up people in early in the morning and just be a blithering idiot? Is that how it works? I didn't do that for any of the anniversary, but this is the 10th. This is the 10 year. They say I have to keep moving on. Some people online, I've seen the illusions of it. They're telling me to move on. How do you move on from an anniversary, death of a loved one that you've been with your whole life? I'm supposed to move on from all that pain, all that agony, all that grieving, all that mourning, and still more to come. Maybe others are right. Maybe I'm still stuck and stupid. But this is the stupid. This is a hell of a lot to be stuck on. And I'm sorry to say, but I can't deal with this shit. I hadn't thought of anything. I was afraid to. How the hell am I supposed to be able to deal with this shit? And I couldn't tell you. I could tell you when Ma was alive, and it's around this time in the morning, or maybe earlier, I'll be trying to either sleep or trying to get ready for work. And maybe a little bit earlier, maybe about 10, 11, almost midnight, somewhere in that time, she'd get hungry. So we had to feed her. Bacon and eggs. And toast. I got bacon I still haven't fried up yet. I got Spam cans coming out of my ears. I got a few eggs left. Got muffins. No cheese to go on them. And here I am just waking up, trying to deal with this shit. And the one thing I was hoping, the one thing I was maybe somewhat expecting, but just didn't happen. Maybe I should have prayed about this one. I wanted to see Ma. I wanted to see Dave. I wanted them to let me know that things are going to be okay. That I'm alright. That I'm going to be alright. You know, I was hoping maybe, just maybe, to get... I don't know what to expect. I mean, sure as hell they ain't coming down from heaven on this one, are they? Even if my brother had told me in the dreams that I was doing alright, it's going to be okay. I mean, I didn't even get that indication from him. And I'm still trying to function. I'm not looking forward to the 5 year coming up. You ever probably think I'm going to be I don't know what he's going to think at this point. Probably take it easy. Where's your faith in God? It's not faith in God, you schmuck. It's not faith in God. I can have all the faith in God I could ever want and need. Believe and trust in Him. The thing is, I still got to go through the damn process. I still got to go through the damn feelings. He already knows how much a heart feels when it's been ripped out of his damn chest. And he still had to be brave about the damn shit. But he was already going through his own damn emotional shit in his own previous life. You know, it was military. That shit took a toll on him. He was truck driver. He was security guard. There was a lot of things taking a toll on his ass. And the last major thing was losing Ma. It's bad enough losing a beloved pet. I mean, that's not an easy thing to deal with either. Little boy was. We saw him suffer. We couldn't even deal with. We couldn't even. We couldn't. It's just. I kicked myself in the ass on that. We couldn't take care of him. We didn't have the money. We tried. Dave had to get up with had to find this floozy online. The floozy found him, and then our world went upside down after that. We weren't thinking about grieving. We weren't thinking about Ma. We were thinking about this damn floozy all the damn time. I was worrying about how the hell my brother was going to be able to deal with shit. And how the hell we're going to be keeping the rent going and food coming into the house. But he was trying to get more and more involved with this floozy. It took us for a ride and took advantage of us and then screamed and yelled for help when she wound herself in another country. Oh, there's long stories on this one here. I could do vids on this one. But suffice it to say, this happened after Ma died. And I know he was trying to find someone to share a life with for the limited time he had, and he thought he was happy, but it was a miserable son of a bitch. I was a miserable son of a bitch. She took us for a ride. And then some. He dies, and I had to clean up the whole mess. I didn't process what was going on with Mom all that often. And when the anniversary was coming up, yeah, I was tearing my ass apart that I still had to seek therapy during those days. Because I had to find a way to deal with the shit. The tape recorder became my best friend. 10 years, a camera, and a phone app. Moved into that. You know, a phone app, a recorder on these damn things. This. I didn't expect any of this 10 years ago. Maybe lifting up a damn tape recorder and docking into the damn thing is one thing, and loading it up and transferring the data into flash drives. This shit I'm going through right now. I couldn't tell you what the hell's going on anymore. Because I don't know anymore. I've lost track of a lot of things. and I'm having a hard time. Some days are easier and other days are just, what the fuck? Imagine she's going through it right now. After this, I'll be checking on her, see how the hell she's going to be doing. Probably head back to bed. Despite the fact my stomach trying to give me some shit again. My mother meant everything to me, and so did David. Today's just getting started. I'm going to check on her right now.